Yeah, so let's start with first. Thanks again for coming and joining the panels today. It's really a pleasure for me actually to be here, and I've learned a lot from you all. And the reason I invite you is for others really to learn from this experience too. So let's start with an introduction. Tell us a bit of background of your studies, what you did before, and what you're doing right now. So for others also know that. So let's start with Aram.
Hmm. Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Aram Akram. I my previous background is pretty different from my current. Actually, I did MPhil in English languages from Pakistan. I belong to Pakistan, and I did some teaching experience around 6 or 7 years in my home country as well, from Pakistan as well. And after that, I came here to Canada and started totally different, like cybersecurity. I moved from communication to technical, and currently I'm doing my second course here. First, I completed my cybersecurity postgraduate in 2025, and now I'm doing cloud computing and blockchain. It's my final semester, and that's all about me.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Hushbrit.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kushpreet Kaur, and uh, I have done my bachelor in computer science back in India. So after that, after completing that, I came here in Canada, and last year in 2025, I completed my postgraduate program in cybersecurity, and currently I'm pursuing a postgraduate program in artificial intelligence and data analytic, and it's my first semester right now. Yeah, that's all about me.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you. And now let's go with Mong or Ming.
Mom,
I know you
I'm
both are correct, I guess so.
it doesn't matter. I know it's me.
Yeah.
So this is my second program at SAS Polytech. My previous one was on business management. And before that, I came from Canada, from Taiwan, but I got my bachelor degree from mainland China, and I studied international trade. So before our program now, I had no IT background. Mm, but I bravely choose this challenge, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and you're doing great.
Thank
That's
you.
what I know. I want everyone to know about it, right? Okay, now
Thank
let's
you.
go with Disha.
Hi, my name is Adisha. I'm from India. I did my bachelor in ECE, Electronics and Communication Engineering, and after completing that, I went to Qatar for uh like 6 years, and I was doing documentation controlling there, which was nothing related to technical or anything. It was just documentation. Then I was like, no, this is not me. This is not my calling, if you would like to say that. Then I thought, like, I need a change. I need another path. So I thought Canada, why not? And I took this is my second course in cybersecurity. First course was in technology management, and I'm doing cybersecurity now in
Okay.
Saskatchewan. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. And very glad to have you, Adisha. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for that introduction. Maida?
Hi everyone, my name is Maide and I have a background in computer engineering back in Iran. When I came here, it's totally different. I came to fashion design, but after that, I realized that no, it's not me. I have to back to uh, beat and bite. So I decided to start web development by just self study. Uh, After that, no, I just realized that something is missing, which is security. And after watching lots of video and get me some motivation from this field, I decided to start my continue journey into the cybersecurity.
like different backgrounds here. So I'm gonna next part we get to it, like how you see any transferable skill there. But let's get there. Yeah, thank you, Maeda. Okay, next we go with Amaka.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Les, for this opportunity. So my name is Amaka, and I'm from Nigeria. And a bit of my background, I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, and then a master's degree in IT. And then over the years, I've worked as a system analyst, basically as first as technical support, interfacing with customers, mostly internal customers, right? People that work within the networks and have issues with the troubleshooting and all that. Then I later moved into information security, and that's what gave me the push for me to get certified information security manager certification. So I could say I'm a certified information security manager. And that allowed me to also work as an information security analyst with National Identity Management Commission in Nigeria before I moved to Canada. But coming to Canada, the terrain, everything is so different. I've been into customer service a lot, supporting telecoms and all that, but I just felt that I really need more. So, and when I see how disappointed customers are when there is a breach, when there is a stolen identity, I said, oh, why not go back to cybersecurity? And that's what actually motivated me to come to SASPOLY, where I'm currently running a program in cybersecurity. I am a woman that I believe that there is nothing impossible, and that no matter how difficult the terrain is, because the terrain is actually very challenging, because we know that the threat landscape keeps changing every time. So if you say you were knowledgeable in cybersecurity last year, this year you might really not have a lot of knowledge for the threats that are showing up. So far so good. I'm happy I chose this path. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Actually, you answered the next question that I have too. So you say like because you felt like the type of breaches that can happen and also security issues. So that kind of was a motivation for you too, right?
Yes, it was a
Yeah,
big push
right.
for me. Yes.
Right. And do you see like any transferable skills from there? Like whatever job that you've been doing that you think like now you can use that knowledge for solving this cybersecurity challenge, Amaka?
Oh, yes, I could say there are a lot of transferable skills, especially empathy, because for you to be able to help anybody to secure an organization, you must actually put yourself in their own shoes. Or you want to help a customer resolve an issue, you must put yourself in their shoes to be able to carry it along, to be able to push through, Also communication, then governance and compliance, because I've worked a lot in ensuring policies are being upheld, procedures are being followed, is a transferable skill also into cybersecurity, because in cybersecurity there are rules of engagement that you need to follow to achieve your goals. Also being able to communicate with both high level and low level, being able to tell people that okay, there is a breach, but there is also a way out, right? So you must know the proper way to channel your communication so as not to cause panic, and for information to be preserved as much as possible, so that you don't give away the evidence. So all those are skills that I am bringing into cybersecurity. Thank you very much.
Very nice. Yeah, it's true, Amaka. Really good. Yeah, thanks for that great insight. So let's go the reverse order now, the way that we came. I go with Maeda and then go all the way back, and then we continue like this. So everyone get a fair chance to talk. Yeah. Yes, Maeda? So any it's gonna actually here is interesting because actually I'm very curious. Like for example, in fashion, I know it's gonna be like it's kind of like a tough question, but do you think any transferable skills that you've seen in fashion, for example, that can be applied to cybersecurity?
It's totally different. It's totally different field, but one thing is really I noticed is the small details is really matter, especially in both fields. And actually, in cybersecurity, is really important to figure out what is the details, and even in fashion design. the details are really important. That's the I can find this comment between these fields, which is totally different, but this is the common things between this field.
Yeah, and I think like the way that you communicated with the customer is
Exactly.
actually, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because here also you have to, I'd say like, first of all, understand what are the needs of your customer exactly as fashion that is changing so fast. I would say in fashion itself also the trend is very fast. So whatever applies this year, next year is different. So I would say like probably that's something really important too.
Yeah,
Because it's a
exactly.
fast moving
Exactly.
industry, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
very nice. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's go with Adisha.
Uh, so one skill that I didn't expect to be useful is overthinking, but in a
Mhm.
good way. Like in
Okay.
cybersecurity, you will be thinking like, what would go wrong here, or how will like someone break this? So I don't think like I mean I think this mindset like actually a strength in this field. So yeah, overthinking it is.
Yeah, for sure. It is. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Adisha?
Um, that's it. Like, and I don't know, maybe I don't know. This is it. I'm sorry, I
Sure,
cannot think
fine.
anything now.
Yeah, you can even anyway in the following discussions that we get back, you can add anything if you like.
Yeah,
But
sure.
of course, that's actually very important what you see, and I've seen you that usually think a lot about the detail,
Exactly.
which is really important. You're right because let's say if a breach happens, you want to see, you don't want to miss any clue or any like evidence, right?
Especially now, like everything they think that they are thinking like crazy now. We cannot even imagine what they are thinking, like
Yeah,
creative
you're right.
ways. So I think like if you overthinking it and how someone can like break this, and if you crack that, and I think that's the security part. So
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. That's true. Yeah, thank you, Disha. So let's go to Kushprit.
For me, I guess it will be solving the problem step by step, like um, because I think so. At first, all the things doesn't make any sense, so we have to go step by step to solve that problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how you think like any job that you have done in the past actually, what type of skills you see similar in cybersecurity? Anything, including your studies. Not I'm not talking only about the work that you've done, about any life experience that you've done. Because I know actually you are doing really good and also you are also for example, when you write the report on that, I observed that you write very structured and everything is so clean. Like, where have you learned that type of structured writing?
No, I didn't learn from anywhere. I just like to follow each and everything that is given
Right.
so that I don't miss any point.
Nice. Okay, that's great. Yeah, of course. That's very nice. Yeah, thank you, Gushparit. I go with Monk.
Oh, so I learned business management. I think the transferable skill I have is mainly communication because learning this program is kind of challenging for me. So I need to learn it with languages that I can really understand and in an easy way. And I also try it on my son. I try to explain what I've learned to him with languages that he can understand and he can also enjoy. And I think maybe in future, if I find a job related to our field, I need to still use my communication skill to make my view and technical things, theories, explain them clearly to the future customers and maybe managers that they don't actually have a technical background. So
Nice,
that's my
for sure. That's really important skill. And I remember you made something. I want to say everyone this interesting story that you said about your son. That you said you taught him about the classic encryption, and then you got a message from
oh
your
yeah.
son that was encrypt it, and then you had to decrypt that, which is really nice. I see that you even cultivated that passion in your son. It shows
Yes.
like, yeah, that's really great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So around now.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I would like to say in my previous job, my entire job was like it's about only revolve around one thing. I need to make sure that the person sitting next to me, the class, the student in front of me actually understand what I was saying. It didn't actually matter that how much I knew the subject. If I cannot deliver it in that way, it need to be understood. So I carried that same exact thing into cybersecurity, and yeah, I like to second that, make that the communication. And I've noticed that a lot of technical people cannot explain the thing into an easy way. They can find the vulnerability in a very well manner. They can analyze the threat, but when it comes to writing or explaining to some non-technical person or to a non-technical manager, there I found the things fell apart. Communication is what turns a very technical subject into a very simple one. So when I walked into this field, yet I was so behind in the technical field. I'll be honest about that because I I knew actually how to listen, how to catch that part, that most important thing that can make the more complicated thing into a very simplest manner. So yeah, I will say that it depends on people understanding the risks around it. And skill is not just a soft skill, it's, I think, a very core skill into a cybersecurity. Explain everything into the group of people who are having a different background. So yeah, it's like you say, communicating or the
No, for
communication.
sure. That's actually really important. As you said, like, especially when you work within a team. So it's really hard to explain, like, why, let's say they are so frustrated with all the policies that are around. Like, I don't know, that they have to reset their password or they have to keep their data safe and encrypted. So they might feel like this is a waste of time. So the fact that you can explain as a cybersecurity why is important is also quite challenging. And as you said, it's all about communication. Yeah, because we don't want to frustrate. But yeah, very, very nice explanation. Thank you. So let me get back to this question. Like, if we describe this, like that your relationship with cybersecurity, how would you see it? Again, is like a passion you see it, or you see like is like a puzzle that you are solving, or like a mission that you try to achieve something at the end of the day? How would you describe that? Starting with Aram.
Uh, okay. For me, I had that passion in me like from the very young age, but I didn't had the time to explore that field. But yeah, when I got married and I moved with my husband, and it was around the time of COVID, and the world got slowed down, and we had a lot of time to sit down and discuss on a lot of things. And he got that thing into me, saw something that, so he just pushed me, not just encouraged me, he actually pushed me and built that entire foundation for me. He actually handled everything very pretty. The main thing that we uh, struggle about is finance. So for me, he is the main pillar for me. I used to say that in a very way that he actually gave me the runway and I used to fly on it. So I try to put my every effort into it, and I any task that given to me or any lab that I'm doing, either it's a try hack me lab or any other lab, or if I'm stuck somewhere, I try to remind all these things that how I came here and how I manage everything. So I got some courage, you can say, or motivation around it. So till now, it's not like solved. It's like pinching. Either it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. It's like I need to solve this. So my relation with cybersecurity is like I found it very strong now because now I am understanding things. I'm trying to relate things. I'm trying to get experience in it, like very hand-on experience. In our course, we did so many labs, and I'm just continuing the tradition, following each and everything. As you said, that it's not like a cybersecurity is not a field if I remember our first day with you, you said that it's not like a thing that you can explain to us in 6 months or an year. It's like a proper course. So I know, yeah, you were right, because there are so many things that need to be explained, that need to be discussed. Um, so I'm trying to get it step by step, everything around it. So I hope I'll do it someday.
Yeah, for sure. No, you've done already so much, a lot of great things. So yeah, thank you for that the response, Iram. We go to Mom.
So the relationship, I think you're right. Cybersecurity for me is a challenge, a puzzle, and also a mission. So it's a challenge because I'm still learning and making progress every day, and it's a puzzle because it's still very challenging for me. But I enjoy the moment I figure out how things work. And at last, it's a mission because I want to be able to explain cybersecurity to everyday users, just like when
Right.
I started learning this program.
Nice. Yeah. No, I have seen that you also don't stop like thinking until you solve something. So of course, I see that you find it like a puzzle. For everyone else, actually, in this room, the same. That's really impressive too, because I have seen you that, let's say, beyond let's say, the classroom or beyond the work that you do for anywhere else, you stay up and make sure that you solve that problem. And I know that you don't sleep until you solve it. So I see that passion. That's really
But I'm
nice.
so lack of sleep.
I know. Yeah, of course. That's true. Yeah, thank you. And now we go to Kushpreet.
Yeah, for
So,
me as well, I would say it will be challenging, fun, and rewarding as well. Challenging because I think so it take time and efforts as well. So everything we have to understand it, and then it take efforts to understand and even to resolve it. It take time and efforts. But along with that, it's fun as well. When I try to resolve something, like when we were doing try hack me labs or siren labs, it was, I find, very fun, like satisfied when I try to achieve the goal and solve the problem. And it's rewarding when I get to know the whole path, how things were working, and how somewhere it was disconnected. That's why the issue was arising. So for me, it is challenging, fun, and rewarding.
so that's great. Like Kushpreet, like let's say if you face a new challenge, like in cybersecurity, new type of vulnerability that you didn't know about it before, and or you're not sure about it, how would you approach that? I know it's a bit like we are going off rail, but actually I want to ask everyone else too. So how you approach that? Like, so you face a new machine, a new vulnerability, and you don't know about it, and it's like a black box puzzle for you. How
Yeah,
would you
definitely.
approach that?
Yeah, definitely. Firstly, I try to figure out like what that vulnerability is about,
Mhm.
and yeah, step by step, then I try to resolve it, like breaking down that vulnerability into smaller steps so that I can totally resolve it.
Right. Okay, that's great. Yeah, thank you, Pushpreet. We move on to Adisha.
So cybersecurity is kind of like an addictive to for me. Like whenever we find a problem, even if we're trying to like do a try hack me lab, the recent one we did, the biohazard one, we had to like solve it like a lot of stuff and decryption, encryption, a lot of stuff. So I find it really, really addictive. Like exactly like Morgan said, like it's kind of like a puzzle. So it is addictive, it is rewarding, it is really meaningful for me. So yeah, and answer your question, if I find a new vulnerability that I don't know of, I will definitely research about it, get all the information about the threat and the vulnerability, and what can we do to prevent it, like leaking the informations. So that will be my doing.
And what would be your resources for researching?
Oh, I will Google it first of all. Then I
Okay.
use Reddit. I don't know if you all are doing it. I don't know. But Reddit is really resourceful. Like there is like a lot of people that know a lot of stuffs. And they like yeah, you can get a lot of information from Reddit. And even LinkedIn, if there is like a lot of people there too with like a lot of information. So LinkedIn, Reddit, basically, yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen usually in the class that the way that you search, actually searching like databases, like let's say Exploit DB, right? That is,
Yeah,
of course, for the
exactly. Yeah.
database. Yeah,
So
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like any other resource that can be. Yeah. Thank you, Adisha. We move on to Maida.
Uh, for me, cybersecurity first is curiosity because I always interested to see how it's work in the back end scene and how system is fail, how it's work. And on the other hand, it's kind of maybe in the future, it's kind of the responsibility as well because it's it's just related to real people and the real data as well. And you should be aware of to get some alert and um, to be not in silent, doing something to save the world, as I can say.
Yeah.
And it's just for me curiosity and responsibility.
Okay. Yeah, great. And again, for that challenge, let's say you face the challenge, how you try to approach that challenge,
Mhm.
a new type of vulnerability.
Yeah, as Adisha said, I search in exploit DB and in Google. What is this vulnerability? What kind of vulnerability is this? And after that, we can go for it and see what happened, how we can challenge with this vulnerability.
Right. What I really like about the approach that you and Adisha are taking, you are really good teammates. I would say I want to explain the power of team actually, because you see, like, you can do much better, of course, when you are trying to find the person that is like you and have the same passion, right? So
Exactly. Yeah.
how you find actually you two, because I've seen you two work a lot with each other, like how you just this question because now came to my mind, like how you find it different than doing this alone and together.
Actually, I think we are the same interesting things about this field. And sometimes when I can't figure out, she can help me. And sometimes when she's not going at something, I can help her. It's really combination of both together to get something better. And it just kind of, for me, just motivation. Yeah, it's really helped me to
That's
study
so
as
true.
well.
Yes. We motivate
Yeah.
each other. And
Yeah.
if I know something and if she knows something, we are eager to share it with each other. Oh, look, I found
Exactly.
this.
Mhm.
Look, I found this. So yeah, I like it. I like it to do it with even Mong and Amaka. We all
Yeah,
do.
Amaka, yeah.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, for sure. Mong and Amaka, and so I've seen your relationship very strong. So that's very important because any company, of course, if we just focus on our individual skills, of course, there's still a lot of challenge that we cannot solve. But with the power of group, we can, of
That
course,
is
tackle any challenge. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that,
Thank you.
Amaka.
Um, so for me, regarding the first question, I see cybersecurity as being purposeful because there is always a reason for what you do. There's nothing you just do that you just do for the sake of doing it. No, if you are securing a particular switch or a server, or if you decide to place a system in a particular location on your network, there is a reason for it. And you can trust me, a good reason for that matter. If you say, okay, all these systems are they are facing the internet, you decide to put some in a DMZ, it's for a reason, because you want it hard for hackers or bad people to be able to access. You want to make it more difficult. So there is always a purpose in cybersecurity. Like if you are told to come and do penetration testing now, there is a reason why they're asking you to penetrate that system, because they want to know how fit that system is before it is exposed to the world. Like I was speaking to somebody this morning, and the person, her son, just created a website. He deployed a solution recently. In fact, the boy was hospitalized. He just woke up yesterday because of lack of sleep, because of the pressure of the problem. What was the problem? He deployed a solution, and in days, the solution had DDoS attack, and they brought down the server. And because a lot of when he's a young guy just trying to exploit IT, and because there's a lot of his life is dependent on it, that, oh my God, but what he did not factor into consideration while building that system, the cybersecurity aspect of it, I'm sure he did not go into trying to do proper testing on the system. I was telling the mom that DDoS attack is one of the easiest attacks that somebody should have thought of, that this can happen. And another thing is that for cybersecurity, you must be ready for anything. Because now the thing happened and he got very sick, that he fainted, they had to rush him to the hospital. So what I'm trying to say, he was not ready for the unexpected. In cybersecurity, no 2 days are the same. So it's fun, it's interesting, but there is always a purpose for whatever you do. And another thing I like cybersecurity for is that it's always a challenge. It's always something that keeps you thinking, staying awake, okay. And then when you solve that problem, it is rewarding. Like for me, knowing that, oh my God, I was able to avert this problem. I was able to turn around the table. I was able to expose something that should have gone unnoticed. I was able to protect an organization. Brings me a lot of satisfaction. So I can say in 3 words that it is purposeful, it is challenging, and it is very rewarding. Yes. And then if I'm supposed to like maybe a new vulnerability that is just new, I always believe that even if it's a 0-day attack, there will be something about it somewhere in the web. So first of all, I'll first research, like most people have said. Then I'll check places like MITRE. I'll see if I can see any CVE details. I'll check NIST. I'll check most of these famous websites, right, that they talk about vulnerabilities. I'll see if there is a CVE about it that is already existing in the wild somewhere. And then I will look into what software is being exploited, how is it being exploited, what version is vulnerable, what is the method of exploitation. I would take out time to gather those information before I attend to it. Thank you
Right.
very much.
A very
Yeah.
nice point, actually, Amaka. So you're just saying also, as you mentioned about the CVE, the common vulnerability and enumeration that we are doing, and also so being updated about the new type of vulnerabilities out there by researching, of course, it's going to be very impactful too, because you know what is the latest trend and what is the latest vulnerability in the software, because you are in a corporate, you're using tons of software and each of them have different version, right? So yeah, at least getting a constant update definitely is very helpful for being aware. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Amaka. Now let's get back to the innovation part. I know that most of you got the scholarship for the innovation this year too. So just want to ask the question like, what do you think in terms of all these new fields in the cybersecurity, let's say AI and quantum computing, that is also a new type of not as a new field, but of course, getting more attention in terms of cybersecurity. And let's focus more on AI because that's, of course, the hottest topic right now. How you see, like in terms of innovation, what I know that you're working, for example, on a solution to solve the burden on the SOC team that they see, but I'll let you to explain how your approach will help the people to feel better and have a better work experience.
Yeah, thank you very much. So to me, innovation in cybersecurity is not just about the next tool, it's about a way of thinking. Tools will continue to evolve. That one is sure. There will always be a new tool. Somebody will always come up with. If you see, just like an iPhone, if you see iPhone 16, there will definitely be 17, 18. So there would always be development of tools, right? You cannot expect the Cisco switch that was created 10 years ago is still what is in used to do. Cisco will keep producing switches. Now, what innovation really is that even though tools continue to evolve, whether it's AI-powered detection, quantum, it will still continue to evolve. But the real innovation comes from how we think security is. Innovation is proactive. Innovation is adaptive. Innovation is deeply connection to people to see how you can help them solve their problem or achieve their goals. In fact, that's actually why the SOC thing came to me, and I was like, okay, I know there are tools like SOA that also helps in analyzing SIM alerts and then helping to resolve issues. But even with that, it is still overwhelming when analysts still has to sit, and not all organizations can even afford them because they are quite expensive. And that's why I came up with a solution that, okay, instead of having to employ 10 analysts to sit down and be looking through your logs, looking through the SIM alerts, and a lot of times you find out that out of 10 alerts that was generated, maybe 8 of them were actually false positive. Why don't we create a system using the tools that are available like AI, we do machine learning, and then train the SIM such that it would already have done the classification for the analyst. So by the time the analyst is checking, it's focusing on what is really important. Because what that does is that it reduces fatigue, the stress of going through all the alerts and eventually coming up with the things that are not important to you. By the time you get to them, you are tired. You overlook them. Normally it just happens. So I believe innovation is more about trying to resolve issues, thinking outside the box of how to use tools and AI and every other thing we have within our capacity to develop how we do our work. So it helps us to work smartly. It helps us to work more intelligently, reducing our workload and helping us to focus on what is really important. And with my background in governance, risk, and compliance, it has taught me that the best innovations are the ones that make security stronger while also making it easier for people and organizations to work safely. So it's not just about the tools, it's also about people being able to work with the tools intelligently. Thank you very much.
For sure. Yeah. And that's your solution. And actually, like, is a both vitamin C for the employees and also a Tylenol so they don't have the headache anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look forward to that on May. Yeah. Thank you, Amaka.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Maida. So first to talk about the innovation, and I know that actually you are working with Adisha also two separate objectives here, working on implementation of post-quantum cryptography and the threats that quantum computers can have on our future in terms of information security. Can you explain like what you see the innovation and how you think your solution going to help the companies?
Okay. As you know, with the rise of quantum computing, traditional encryption is going to be no longer enough. So we need to design a new system and implement a new algorithm, the post-quantum algorithm in the data, especially the sensitive data, like in hospital, in banking, in the school, and not just redesign it for my project. It's not just redesign whole encryption. I just use the key to re-encrypt the data. So I think it's really important. It's to be aware of to save our data in the future. So it's not just like creating a new tools for me. It just also need to rethink that how we use them and how we approach the security. I hope that we can figure out what should I do in the next step, because it's a bit challenging for me.
Yeah, right. And that's actually a very nice challenge too, because anyway, these are big challenges that we are facing right now. So, and of course, you're thinking correctly. I mean, instead of thinking that okay, how we can make this an easier process for the companies to adapt it to, because as you discussed before, like there are a lot of places that different type of keys might be used. So first of all is that for companies that they know where they are using different type of keys, where they need to change the keys, right? How they do it. So a lot of question actually that you're trying
Yeah.
to answer, which is very nice, and look forward to that. Yeah, thank you, Maida. We go back to Adisha.
So yes, like me and Mayde is working on the same project with different objectives, of course. But yeah, the thinking is not like to find something or create a smarter tool. It is just to like how to outsmart the attackers. Like there is a saying in cybersecurity, I got that from you, like decrypt now and harvest now and decrypt later. So we are trying to like basically make an awareness that your data is not safe anymore. Like with the quantum computer, maybe in 10 years, like it's all out. So that's our point. So innovation is not about like making smart tools. It's just to like prepare to how to like save our data in future.
I know that you and Maida working on two different type of market. Can you explain the markets that you are focusing on right now?
So I am working on the data in transit kind of now. I'm working in a bank scenario. Meda is working in a hospital scenario, like how to make your data safe in a hospital. And I'm working in a scenario like when you do the online transfer or something like now we are using the RSA, I mean the Diffie-Hellman, oh my God, the elliptic curve
Great.
now. So we are trying to change into the MLChem keys, which is really hard for oh my God, what is
A
it?
quantum computer,
Quantum
right?
computer to break. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
good. Yeah.
that's our project. To transfer this current algorithm to a new one, so it will be like safe in future.
Yeah, right. And for sure. And now a very good point you made, of course, about the banking. Let's say that they send a lot of sensitive information, right? Or in the hospital too, that a lot of patient information is sent, like how you protect it in the next 20 years, not just for tomorrow, right? And today. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Look forward to that on May 4th to see a project. And let's go to Kushpreet. And Kushpreet, I know you are working with Usual and a project for phishing emails that is actually counts for most of the type of, at least the initiating point for lots of attacks around us. And it hasn't been better actually. Recently, you see that it's been actually even increased. And attackers getting smarter, the way that they send the phishing email, so how you can filter it properly. So yeah, I'll let you to discuss it.
Yeah, like me and Ujjwal, my teammate, we are just working on a project that is phishing detection using machine learning. So, instead of a user have to think about like while clicking on the link, so they can figure it out by using this, like whether this link is suspicious or not. So right now we are working one step further so that we can increase its accuracy, as well as in the mail system if they get any kind of mail, uh, and then they can also find out whether the link is like URL is phishing or not. So talking about like innovation, for me, I would also say like innovation is like for thinking about new way of resolving that problem, as every time new tool is getting in the market. So for with the new tool, we need new level of thinking, like smarter way and better way how we can solve that problem. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, very good. And actually, very good point, Kushpreet, you made. Like, there are companies using tens or hundreds different type of tools. So it's not about just introducing a new tools, because people already are paying so much for using many tools, but do they really solve the problem the way that they wanted that, right? So a lot of the tools that they're actually using, they overlap. For example, 60-70% of the same tool is quite similar to the next tool that they are buying. So you need, as you all actually focus on it and actually made very good points, is about like solving the real problems, like like thinking about like out of the box, like how we can approach this problem in a different way than just making a new web application, than just doing the same thing again and again and fails, which is very important. Yeah, thank you, Kushpreet. Aram, actually, you've done also innovative project. I know that when you were in the cybersecurity program, you work with the team on the programming the Raspberry Pi
Yes.
to make it portable, so the ethical hackers and old companies don't need to purchase a lot of heavy devices. They have a very small portable device that they can do all the types of analysis and vulnerability assessment. Yeah, so I'll let you to explain about it.
Yeah, because when you think about the pen testing or anything, finding a vulnerability, we just imagine a lot of system, complete, what do I say, a complete room with a lot of technologies, a lot of tools. It's not like handy, so you need to invest in a lot of things. Not if one PC is for you enough. So we want to build something that could be quite handy and anyone can afford it. So we want to actually eliminate the need of a lot of the tools. So that's why we uh, fix this the Raspberry Pi, and we want to make it like a very portable. Anyone can keep it, and they can sit anywhere and find some have their own Wi-Fi and can do whatever they want to do. They don't need to be at the actual office and go and find all these things. So yeah, it's not actually was inventing a new tool. We just used already there was already everything was there. We just assembled it into a very new way. Actually, there was as you said, there was just the thinking that we just want to do it easy for everyone. So
Right.
yeah, innovation is not like actually every time there is a new tool. No, it's not. You can use already everything is there. You just have to think it like a little bit different.
Which field, like in all like different fields, including the, let's say you talked about pen testing or
Yep.
about blue teaming, that is more cybersecurity analyst, or cloud that and blockchain that you are working currently on,
Yeah.
and let's say many other field. Which field you think that you want to kind of revolutionize in the future? You feel like you have more passion on it, and you think you can make it better.
Okay. For me, what I find is most interesting, there are two things. No one. Mm, okay, currently I'm actually a very fresher who is finding ways to get into the field. But yeah, I have a plan to go into it because I find it very challenging. I um if I find something unsolvable, I find it quite challenging to solve it right away, or I put my every effort into it. Pen testing is that kind of field where attackers are very smart these days, but we who are into the cybersecurity, I think we have to think a step way ahead of them. We have to be at their step to how they are thinking. So what I think, it's not always the right mindset. I think you have to think like something wrong, so you find yourself into their shoes, and then you can do something right. Because if you are not thinking alike, you cannot solve it. If you are thinking everything right, not every time that approach is right. So yeah, my first
Your network is cutting
priority is
around.
fantastic. So
Yeah.
can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah,
Can you hear?
sorry, it was just a bit of glitch
Oh,
on your screen. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you can go ahead, please.
okay. I think my internet is a little bit weak.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
Yeah, so my second priority is like digital forensic. In our cybersecurity last semester, we did some projects on digital forensics as well. We did some episodes solved. So yeah, that is also quite very interesting because there is everything that you even don't know what is in your system, and you are quite unaware of it. So the steps, because it's like, I think it's like connecting with the pen testing, because in pen testing you are kind of a thief or you are kind of an attacker, and when you switch on to the digital forensics, you have all the answers already. So
Right.
that is my second field, so I think I can go well with that.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. Actually, before moving on, I because I don't want to miss this question, it's very important. I realized for all of you actually, and for you, Aram, actually, I've seen it significantly too in the class, that you contribute time for actually helping others. I know I'm gonna shifting a bit about the softer skill because I believe that's what the really organization really need these days, to have people who are compassionate, they understand and try to help their colleagues too. And I've seen like when we formed the teams, actually people wanted to be in your team because they knew that you are going to help them. And that's really something that every organization need today. How you find that experience that you try to help your colleagues, the other students?
It's not like actually the thing I'm doing it intentionally. It's like I'm doing it very unintentionally, because I have a habit. When I see a problem, it's wherever they are, I just point it like it's my own. So in technology, it's like it's a truly new field to me. There are a lot of things to understand, a lot of things to know. So in like class, there were so many things that we were struggling on. So if I had the solution, or even if I don't have the, but I find it interesting, I'll just jump into it and make it my own problem. So that's
Nice.
why like I enjoy working with others. So I think it's also a power to be in a
Yeah,
team,
it is.
and yeah, to solve all these problems.
Yeah, for sure. No, actually, I really believe that's the most important feature in anyone and for any organization that they would love their employees to have. Yeah, and I'm sure any
Because
companies that,
yeah,
yeah.
because no one single mind is like you have only one approach. But when
Mhm.
you sit with others, you have a team member, uh, there are different ideas. It's not like you are giving them something. It's like you are learning from something. So sometimes even like someone said a very normal thing, it could be a gem for you.
Mhm.
So that's why I think team members are a power to you as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, I really have seen that great experience of people that been with you and your team, and they always talked about your support. Even I talked about it in the class. So that's really
I
nice.
remember
That's
that.
nice of you to
Thank you
be
so much.
supportive. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let me get back to Kushpreet. So first of all, sorry, the question now became two parts. The first part is like, which role do you think we want to work more on in the future, and you want to revolutionize it, and you feel like there are more works to be done. And second is about like the passion that you had for helping your colleagues. So let's start with the first one. Kushpreet.
Yeah, can you please come again? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. So the first part of the question, let's focus on that, is like which role in cybersecurity do you think you want to work in the future?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So talking about the role, I think it will be related to security operation, like roles like SOC analyst, like the where we have to monitor the system and detect like all kind of threats, like how we can respond to respond to incident in real time. So I really enjoy that path, like how we can analyze each and every path and solve that problem. And other than that, I was also got interested in ethical hacking, uh, how attackers they think they can, how they attack the system, and how we as a blue team, like how we can protect the system.
Right. Okay. That's great. And then how you found the experience of the helping your colleagues? Because again, I've seen you also been very helpful and nice to people around you. I've never seen anyone like really people wanted to be around you. How you feel about that? How you feel about sharing your knowledge with other colleagues?
Yeah, I do really love sharing everything with my colleagues, because I think so, like while sharing, it's not I'm sharing my knowledge, it's like I'm also getting more knowledge with the sharing. If I don't know something, I deep down about that thing and learn more about that stuff. And with along with them, we can try multiple approaches and figure out the things. So as we have more ideas, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Kushpreet. Oh yeah, sorry. Sometimes the order get a little bit swapped, so is like because I don't remember the exact order, so that's fine. Sorry for that. Anyway, but I know that I'll go through every order here. So let's get back to Monk. Okay. Yeah, Monk. Let's get the first question here. That is about like, which field of cybersecurity you want to be more active on, and you feel like need more works to be done. So yeah, let's start with there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think my interest is related with my innovation scholarship project. So that's I'm very interested in IoT part, and also the smart home. Because yeah, I think security is only effective when people can really use it. So I still want to do the communication thing to explain, to turn the complex and abstract cybersecurity knowledge into something everyone can understand and really use it. So I don't know if there's really that job title, but I'm really interested in IoT and home network security.
Yeah, really good. We didn't discuss this actually. Good that you reminded me. For the innovation project, I know you tried to work on the IoT of the home, and you won that scholarship too. You want to explain more about it? What you try to, what you're solving there?
Oh, yeah. I want to make a framework and a checklist for all the non-tech users to secure their IoT devices and also their Wi-Fi and everything at home that make their home smarter, because they want to make their home the most secured place. But sometimes they don't know. For example, if they're using a camera to protect their home, maybe someone out there, a hacker, is recording everything happening and post it online, and they have no idea. That might turn their home into a most least secure place. So I want to do some research on all those vulnerabilities at home.
Yeah, for sure. I would actually see that one of the biggest important sector right now. Like they keep saying like the S in IoT stands for security because there is no S in IoT. We get again a lot of these vendors. People buy from literally when do you think people buy a device that is IoT and they think about it even what is the vendor behind it? Like as long as we see the function, we just buy it.
Yeah, sometimes
And
it's just a cool function that attract customers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, even like with this robotics and that give even getting worse because they're like they take the command videos and everything, right? But how secure they are. So yeah, look forward to seeing your project in May 4th, and I'm sure everyone will find it very insightful.
Thank you.
Mong. Yeah, and let's get to the second part actually, because I've seen you also a lot helping your colleagues in the at work in the class. How you find that experience? Even at times that I know you are so overwhelmed, I've seen that you help your colleagues.
Uh, Actually, I want to say thank you to all my classmates and of course you too, because they're all so smart and they have more IT background than me. So sometimes, yeah, they teach me a lot, and
And you're
I'm very
teaching a lot,
grateful. And
and you're
sometimes they
doing
can
great.
save me from overthinking. I might go into a wrong direction, and my classmates save me, drag me back.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's great. Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry for interrupting. Yeah.
oh no worries. Yeah, and I also want to help, but sometimes I just feel I might be not that capable of, but I try my best.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. I have seen that how you help and you do stuff. And considering even that you came from a different background, you're doing really amazing job.
Thank you. I try
Yeah,
my best.
yeah, for sure. That's great. Thank you so much, Monk.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get back to Adisha.
First, I would just want to tell no, Mong is really creative. She will think of the ways that you never think of, like really creative. I mean, like me and my classmates, we were like, oh my God, how can she think like that? One day we had the brainstorm section. Do you remember that? Oh, the ideas she had was like mind blowing. So you do help us. It's not like we are just helping you now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
right.
coming back to the question, I really love to work in a pen testing job because uh, like I told you, like it is addictive. So you will get to explore the system like a hacker, but in a really protecting way. So it's kind of like playing in on the both side of the game. So yeah, I really love to do a pen testing job.
And you've seen
Uh,
you. I've seen really that passion in you. Even when we went to Regina and then we did that capture the flag. Still, I think in the car all the time you were thinking about it, how you
uh,
should solve that problem.
I know it's not
It
just in the
is.
car. Got to home. I was really tired, but I wanted to solve that.
Nice. Oh my God. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, really, I really admire that. And I like it because that's a passion that kind of like impact everyone. So that's great. And addition to the second part, like you've helped a lot your colleagues, and I know you're really helpful person and genuinely try to help everyone else too. How you feel about that?
Uh, if I know something, if I got a new information, I cannot sit there just to keep it myself. I have to share it with someone. Even if they know it, I don't know. I just like have to tell them, oh, I found this. I found this in this thing. Oh, this is like really exciting. So yeah, it's I like to share information that I got to know that I don't know before. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's great. Really, I really enjoy that. You know, the passion that is shared and how you try to solve it. That's great. Okay, let's go to Maide. So first part of the question again. By the way, we got a new panelist, and that's with Aram.
Yeah,
Welcome to our new
actually,
panel.
sorry for the interruption. I actually put him to sleep, but now he's awake. So
That's
I can't
great.
do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, sure. That's great. Yeah, glad that be here. So welcome our new panelist. Yeah, so get back to Maide. So the first part of the question, what is the dream role that you want to see and you think like there is more work to be done?
Uh, as I said, me and Adisha are the same interest.
Mm.
I really like to do a penetration testing because I think it's really practical and I like practical things. And it's just not thinking about the security. You're just testing. It is really interesting for me, and I think try to understand where the system is fail and where is the weak point. It's really um, challenging and like a game. It's really interested me, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. And again, the same, like I've seen that you two usually, and not just you two, all of you try to sit together and solve this type of problem. And I've seen again, like people in the class approaching you for getting help, and you've been also genuinely trying to help them too. How you feel about that?
Uh, for me, it's just reviewing things, and I getting better after doing again. It's just reviewing, and I'm getting, oh, this is a kind of the as Amata said, the purpose of these things is this, and it's really helpful to getting better the idea. And we usually, me and Amaka, staying after the class and trying to do again, which is really helpful for us to getting something new, and we just kind of seeing uh, another aspect of the solution is really helpful for myself. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Of course. So you're saying like that helps you to review the concept and also
Exactly.
kind of reinforce that, make it better memorize the concept too, right? And learn it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Maida. So Amaka. So first part again, what type of role you see yourself? And yeah, let's answer that first and then go to the second part.
Thank you, Leah. So for me, I love to work with a blue team, because really securing the system is really, really very paramount to me. I know that the world is all tending towards prevention, but the already existing system that needs to be guarded, right? So I really want to work in ensuring that systems are safe. So a role like being a SOC analyst to identify and undo incidents before they happen, and even if they are happening, to be able to ensure that it doesn't go further than it has already happened, keeping myself informed about the threat landscape keeps me on top of the game. That really drives me to know that, okay, this is what's happening now, and how can I secure my organization from being a victim of this? And because I love to share information a lot, so I like to do a lot of what we call security awareness, and being able to translate the technical information into plain language that laymen can understand, to know why we do what we do, so that as a whole we can keep our organization safe. And based on the fact that right now a lot of organizations are moving from security within the network perimeter on land, like in-house security, in-house, like moving their data centers from being in-house to from being on premise, then use the proper language, to moving to cloud. I would love to focus on building smarter and human-centered cloud security programs that combine things like AI, zero trust, strong governance, because with my experience in policy development and risk management, compliance, and even what I've learned a little about cloud platforms like AWS that I work with in class, I want organizations that have moved and the ones that are still moving to move beyond just checkbox security, but create a good environment that are secure, that are resilient and easy for people to work with, so that the new, the new innovation now is that everybody needs to be aware. That I am not aware is no longer an excuse because anybody can become a victim. So that's actually my faction right now. Thank you very much.
Right. And actually, Amaka,
Yeah.
this part is very interesting. Like, I know that probably is something related to community too. That, for example, I've seen a lot among people from Nigeria too, that they they are supporting each other generally, and they help each other. And I've seen that you try to help everyone else too. How you feel and how you see that experience?
Oh, I love to work with people. Because knowledge is not sufficient if it just remains with you, right? Ability to be able to transfer it, like speak to other people about what you know, increases your knowledge somehow. Like Maida said, I work with Maida a lot because a lot of times, even when you teach us in class and all of us be like we are flowing, after I just say, "Ah, Maida, let's go over, let's do this challenge together. And we'll sit down and we do it. And she will tell you too that things that were not clear to me while trying to do it together, they'll become clear to me. Even she say, "Oh, see, we did not know this. We don't know why Elias told us to do this in class, but now we know." So it's when you share, you grow. Whether before, because in one person, nobody's an island of knowledge. And with security, you cannot actually know it all. Because like when you are working, I used to like using this analogy. When you walk, you cannot see your back. It
Yeah.
is somebody that is walking behind you that can see your back. And that's what teamwork is all about. Like, because that part that you cannot see, somebody else can see. And when you work in a team, one person's strength is another person's weakness. So we complement each other and then we grow together. So that's
For
why I
sure.
really love to work with people. Yes.
I just want
Right.
to add here, Amaka, even though we'll just like laugh about it, but Amaka, every time we do something new, Amaka will be asking the question, what is the purpose of this? Even though we laugh about it, it's really helpful, like to think what it is, what is it? We want to know that too. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
Talk
now that you
about
said, I see it more. Yeah.
that.
So, what is the purpose of all this? That's true.
Exactly. It's funny, but it is really helpful too. It is
Yeah.
helpful for us to like think about it, like, oh, what is
Mhm.
it? What is the purpose of it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Wanted to
that
add
was very
that.
interesting. Yeah, but that's really true. Of course, every time we should ask ourselves why we do this, right?
Yeah.
Amaka, one thing actually start from you now, going backward, is about like the balance. You see, like I know that you have kids and also you have some other responsibilities at home, and you take care of lots of other things. Now you have to study too, and you have to do project. There are a lot of things to do. How is like really like managing itself a small country? I know that it can be very, very overwhelming at times, and we
Mm.
don't have really more than 24 hours, and we have to sleep at too. How you find that balance, and how you try to prioritize the things to make sure that you do everything?
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That is really, really a big challenge, honestly.
Yeah.
But I have learned over time to do one thing at a time, right? And whatever I'm doing at a time, I want to put in my best it. So it allows me to be able to balance work, study, and family and everything else because I see it as a big project, like just managing a country or managing a company. And my biggest act is actually learning that I do not have to do everything at once or do everything perfectly. No. I just I have to stay organized. Like I used to tell myself, Amaka, breathe. Like I talk to myself a lot. I say because I also run a salon. I do a lot of things. So I will just tell myself, Amaka, breathe. So when you're in salon, just do the salon. When you are done, I handle my kids. So I have learned to take one thing at a time, stay organized by prioritizing what is urgent. Then I'll plan ahead. Like my those that know me always say I plan too much. Like what I'm going to do next month, I'm already figuring out. I always have a calendar. I always like to plan. Okay, this time to this time, like this meeting, I already have it in my calendar. It's from if not, I'm going to forget because there are too many things that I have to do at the same time. So that helped me. Then I also use that same skill in cybersecurity because if you have to do risk assessment, time management, staying calm in the face of pressure, because there will always be pressure. There will always be things that you really need to do, but you must always know what to do first, what needs your time right now. So you do that first, then you fall back on every other thing. And that's why that thing I told you about developing true positive and false positive is very, very important, because when I know that this is a true positive, I know that I really need to handle this right away, then I'll come back to other things later, because this is high priority. So prioritizing has helped me a lot in being able to balance both work, family, and also my studies. And I believe it will also help me a lot in my career. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, for sure. I know. And you're doing a great job, Amaka. Yeah, really.
Thank
It's so
you.
impressive.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, thanks, Amaka. Let's get back to Moed, actually. Now, talking about the same balance, I know that you have the same type of responsibilities, your kid, and also home responsibilities and outside responsibility class. How you approach this problem?
One thing that I realized really helped me recently is just waking up early in the morning and do the house holding things in the morning. That's finish this task and go for the next one. And if I have a task that's really urgent, I will do for this. And as Amaka said, I have a calendar and to-do list to don't forget to I have to do this. Um, and asking help from my husband is really important for me. And sometimes I have to split this responsibility between us. So time managing early in the morning is really helpful. Because, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's of course difficult to achieve, but as you said, like since you try to have to-do list and that should be very helpful. Yeah, no, that's great. And you're doing great, of course, in managing everything. So that's really impressive. Yeah, thank you, Maida. Get back to Adisha. Adisha, I know that for you also working beside the studying, and you have to work for paying the tuition and for a lot of other costs. Like I know that this can be overwhelming too, and you spend a lot of time for commuting to work, and I know a lot of pressure can be from the work too. Sometimes, I don't know, a customer comes and don't treat well, a manager that might be upset for some reason and don't treat well. So a lot of pressure and stress at work. How you manage that?
Actually, the thing is like I cannot work. My brain won't work without a to-do list. So I
Okay.
have a board with like months. If I will just prepare like early for the month. So this is my work days. This is the classes I have. This is the project due that this is the date that due. And I like to do that and be consistent. It's not about like being perfect. It's more about like being consistent. So yeah, I try to do that. And plus my friends and family, I always, because this is overwhelming. And I'm living in Saskatoon alone. So so I usually lean on my friends. Every time, every chance I get, I'll just come to visit them. Now I'm in Mooster today. So this is the weekend. So yeah, that's there. So it's finding a little uh something that makes your heart like feel light and enjoy the life. It's not just about like rush. So yeah, feeling like planning everything ahead and enjoying it too. That's the
For the Amako and Maida too, and I ask in the series too. Now, starting with you, Adisha, if you have a bad day, let's say at work, and I don't know, anything can happen, like things go bad. How you manage that stress that you face?
I don't know if this is correct way, but the first thing I'll do is cry.
Okay.
I will cry first, then I'll think what can I do? It's if it is like my mistake or if something that I can change, I will just correct it. If someone else's mistake, I cannot do anything about it. So I'll be like calling my friends or family and blabbering, oh, this has happened to me, this had to happen to me. So they'll be like supporting, oh, don't worry, it's not your mistake. It's if
Uh-huh.
you cannot do anything about that. So that's my way to cope up with people or difficult situations. I'll cry first.
For
Then
sure.
after that, I'll
Mm.
just do this.
No, for sure. That's actually true. I mean, that helps. If that helps you, that's the right approach.
Yeah, it
And
helps me to
right.
calm myself down. I'll cry.
No, I know, and especially like trying to figure out everything by yourself and blaming yourself is usually not the right approach because, of course, let's say you went to the new job, even you don't know about anything, right? And sometimes I know I've been also in retail too, and I know sometimes they expect you to know everything, although they never taught you, right? So it's like
Exactly.
figuring out things by yourself. So that can be a lot of pressure. Uh, yeah, and actually, let's get back to Maya. How, and then I continue. Sorry, because I want to add this question to is important. How would you manage that hard day?
I'm already in the hard day because it's been a long time that I didn't talk to my mom. So first,
Right.
I used to try to blame myself, but after a time, I figured out that deep breathing, free deep breathing is really helpful in the bad situation because when you are in the hard time, your brain's not working, and getting oxygen into your brain is really helpful. And after that, as Adisha said, think about what's the purpose of this happening? What's the is that your mistake? What was the problem? And I try to solve it. If I can't, just forget about it and don't believe myself a lot.
No, you're doing great. I know that because, of course, I guess everyone else knows about it, like that the communication is almost impossible and it's already been more than a month without internet. So, like you probably you don't have a lot of information about your families and that too. That becomes much more frustrating too. Nothing that you can do about it. So any other approach that you take here, like for calming yourself? As you said, like not to try to blame yourself. Any activity that you do that distract you to make not distract you, but make you feel a bit more focused on your
Exactly.
other
Yeah.
responsibilities.
Yeah. Yoga really helped me. Yeah. Doing yoga is just helped me to be calm for the period of time. I just suggest to my classmates always just doing the yoga is really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Great. And I think
Yeah.
Mong already taking that approach too, but we'll get back to Mong later. Amaka, how about you?
For me, what I've learned over time, that rest is not a reward.
Mhm.
It's part of the strategy. So what I do is when I have issues, I'm going through a bad day, I take a break. Like it's always like a conscious break. Like I was telling somebody this morning that I don't sleep because I need to, like I'm sleepy. I sleep because I need to sleep. I tell myself, for me, I tell people that 24 hours is not enough for me because I wish God can just give me 26, maybe. Because there is a lot to do with my kids, with my husband, with my work, with my school. There is just always a lot to do, and you want to keep up. So what I do is that I take a break. I tell myself it's time to break. I make out time for fun moments. I try and get away from that particular task, that particular thing that is upset. And if it's work, maybe I'm at work and there is a situation that is, I try to stay sane, like take a deep breath, tell myself everything is going to be all right. Like I take that pause, like even if somebody take 5 minutes off that particular situation, whatever it is that I'm handling at that time that is getting me worked out, I just take that break. I pause, then I breathe and tell myself that everything is going to be fine. And remember that success is not about doing everything at once or achieving it at once. It's a goal. It's something that sometimes takes time. It's not the fact that you got it right yesterday does not mean that you're going to get it right today. And I don't like playing the blaming game. I don't like saying, oh, it's your fault this went bad. No. I like to say, oh, it went bad. Okay. So how do we resolve it? And how do we prevent future occurrences? And if it's me, I try to tell myself, oh, don't worry. Yeah, it wasn't intentional that this went bad, but you're also willing to fix it. Yeah. So that really helps me a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maka, for the insights and sharing your advices. So get back to Monk. So how would you, I know that you also have the responsibilities and you have a kid and also the schoolwork. So it is really challenging too, all this type of work that or responsibility. How you manage that?
My management is to assign some of my housework to my son.
Okay.
Maybe it also helps him grow. So sometimes I'll ask him, Mom is too busy. It's your turn to cook this meal. So he's learning more by me doing less, I think. And he's very helpful.
Okay. And how you find, let's say you have again a hard day, things go wrong, and you are upset about things, if you feel under pressure, how you manage that?
Actually, if it's an emergency, I have this mechanism of shutting down my feelings. At that moment, I won't be emotional, but I'll come quickly with all kinds of solutions in my mind. I only do reflect after. So that's
Okay.
my way of handling things.
Yeah, and I know that you do also, for example, yoga. You mentioned that before in the class.
Only once, actually. We have that free course at
Okay.
SAS Polytech. I went once, but then I got no time for
Oh,
next
okay.
courses. Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, and it can be very tough. I know it's like a program itself is lots of courses for you. Honestly, you're doing a lot of work, like compared to like even a master's student that they take like very few courses and they do research. You are in the class every day, literally. I really admire you all. Like that's too much, but you're doing great.
Thank you. I dare not to miss even one class
And
because I
actually, you
don't think
never
I can
miss any
catch up.
class. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, that's really inspiring, Monk.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's go back to Kushpreet. How, first of all, how you manage the work that you are doing beside the studying, and I know that that can be again overwhelming, and I know sometimes the things can go wrong at work. How you manage, first of all, between work and studies, and second, how you manage a bad day.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of very much overwhelming, balancing each and everything, especially being an international student. So you don't have much support because all your family is back in your home country. So each and everything you have to do by your own. So, but only thing that helped me is like as everyone shared, like planning ahead, prioritizing everything. So this thing is one, like I have to finish it first because it is my priority, and then later on focus on the other one. And yeah, that one is the one thing that helped me over here. And other than that is talking to my mother, like whenever I feel overwhelmed, so I try to share each and everything with her, so try to make me calm. the
Yeah.
That's it. And talking about like if something bad happened at work, so yeah, definitely I try to find how I can resolve that situation, like try to stay calm and finding the solution. Or if I might not able to find any solution, then I try to talk to somebody, like the right person who can take care of that. Yeah, that's it.
Right. No, of course I understand. Also, like the other factor that might impact the mood is the cold itself. We have a quite a very long winter here, so that by itself can be a bit depressing at times. Now we are almost done, so we start to again get uh, recovered. But anyway, how you feel that you have to stay also inside? I mean, there's in those cold days you cannot even go outside except for the work and classes. So how you deal with that?
Yeah, but I would say, yeah, definitely the weather over here is kind of very much depressing,
So how you
especially the
manage that?
winters.
What you do? What you do in those cold days? If you wanted to do any activities, what would you do to make you feel better?
Yeah, just I can watch my favorite TV show.
Okay, yeah, great.
And beyond that, like I love cooking, so I do that as well.
Okay, sure. Yeah, great. Thank you, Pushpreet. Now get back to Aram, and we see already the responsibility with Aram. The responsibility disappeared. So
Yeah, it's
how
right
you
here.
how you
Hey.
manage?
Actually, for me, it's like I didn't learn to manage anything. I'm just doing it. I don't know how, but I'm just coping up with every situation. I remember that in last year I came here as an international student, and also it was my trimester, and I had my cesarean C-section. The typical recovery time the doctor gave me was like 6 weeks, and I had the off holidays from college, vacations from college is for like 3 weeks only. And no doubt, the teachers, you and Sarah helped me so much. Nicola was there in everything. You guys were very helpful for me. But I think I already have had so much. So the things like the bad day, I don't think in my dictionary they exist anymore. It's like these are the things in my routine, because having a baby and coping up with all these situation, because I was very new to this and alone here, no doubt. And although I managed everything, the vaccinations, the all the, because these are the part of life. And with the newborn, it's like recurring every every week. So I already bared so much. So now these things, no matter, I can handle everything. I think for me, I cannot be um, beat by anymore. It's like if I really have a very bad day at work or anywhere else, so my first priority is just list everything to my husband. Just call him. I no doubt it's what time over there. It's like a time difference over there. So first thing in the morning, I'll just uh, repeat everything to him, and Alhamdulillah, his habit of saying everything. He know that I can do everything. It's like his motivation to me. But if he sees like I'm very exhausted or anything else, he'll repeat the one sentence every time. If you think you can't do, just come over there. Left everything, it's okay. We can start over. We can manage everything. And I think this is the sentence that gave me motivation for to cope up with every task, every bad day, or every burden, or everything. I think I can manage now.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it's really impossible, really, what you did. Just for everyone else to know, like when you had the due date for your kids, so we discussed it internally within the program that you said you only need 3 weeks and you'll be back to the class. I thought is impossible, but
Yeah,
really,
but
you got back really to the school after 3 weeks, and having a kid without any support. I really cannot
I was
believe
like,
like how you manage that.
I know it was very difficult because I don't know anyone who left her 3 weeks kid into the daycare, and even no daycare was accepting him. So my biggest challenge was these days not about recovery. Everyone at home was saying me, just keep focus on your recovery, keep staying at home. But I was like into everywhere. Into doctors usually recommend that you avoid keep not climbing upstairs, but not to put any weight. But for me, I was alone. I have to. I know when I carry the car seat, it was like heavy, and with having stitches on it, it's like very pressure on you. But I had to do it. So I think these were the areas, or these were the time that gave me so much patience now. I think now that I can do everything.
Yeah.
If I pass that phase, I can do, or I can cope up with any bad day, any situation, any scenario. I will do it.
Yeah, I believe that. I really believe that. Yeah, of course, if you could manage so much really in that period, you can definitely do everything. Yeah. Yeah, great. Let's get back to this the situation that you faced actually, how you think like this kind of like situation can be handled better, like with the support from outside? What type of a specific support? You mentioned about the childcare, and I don't know, it could be flexible hours, or it could be for within the program, any type of support that you think could make it even easier for you or people in the future that face such obstacle or such situation. What do you think can make make it easier?
Well, for me, I think if there is like flexible study hours or maybe the online classes, it would be great if someone like me in that kind of scenario. Because for me, it was difficult. There was no online classes, so I had to be in class and to sit for like hours over there. So I just missed that thing. Even though the childcare and everything, I found it. It looked there was some difficult time, but yeah, I managed it. But the main thing I missed that I always feel a need of it because some days you cannot be present at class. You need to be stay at home to take care of your kid, or if you have any family member. Yeah, there are not only a newborn, for you everyone as well, you need some day offs as well, but if but we don't want to miss our classes as well because these are so addictive as well, so I don't want to miss any concept or anything in it. So if there is some kind of online classes or some flexible study hours or something like that is present over there, it would be very helpful for us to manage all these things together.
Yeah, for sure. And how you see the mentorship? Do you think like if there is someone else that went through the same or similar processes can be helpful to share their advice with them?
Yeah, definitely, because these things help you a lot. If you see some case related to you and you find yourself in that pace, it gives you so much courage that you are not alone. You are not the only one who are doing this right now. Other person did that, and you can also do that. So I think it's something like hidden motivation for you as well. If you like have a case or something, or you heard from somewhere, so it should be there. It's
Yeah,
not like
right.
that. It should be there. If you find someone, I think you should tell them that you can do it. It's not impossible. It is doable. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you, Iram. Yeah, that's very great message actually. Let's move to now Kushpreet. So beyond again the whatever you experience, like what do you think like can make it easier for you? Let's say can be work support. Let's say if you did a part-time job and you're doing a part-time job and you get a lot of pressure from there, and also from your instructor you might get pressure for the deadlines that you have and a lot of other things. How you think your instructor or your manager in workplace or your colleagues could make it a better experience? I ask it because I want everyone else who watch this video also they see it and we get to understand like how this can be a better life experience and work experience for us.
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's very much overwhelming, like balancing work, because you have a lot of pressure from the workplace and you have a lot of work from your school side as well. So, that only thing I guess that person need is emotional support. Like, if their mind is like calm, they can manage both the things. But if they are overwhelmed, like, yeah, you have a pressure from your work and you have a deadline for your assignment and everything, so there should be somebody they can talk to, and yeah, that will be very much helpful, the emotional support.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, beyond the family, right? Because of course
Yeah.
you already share with your family, but you need beyond that, of course, because you're living in different countries with different people. So if you have that emotional support in that country, like in Canada, also that's make it better, right? Yeah. Thank you, Kushpreet. We go to Monk. How you see Monk, like what type of support do you think can make it better in terms of a school, colleagues, uh, jobs, mentors, instructors?
I think for me, I hope there's maybe a volunteer who can take my son out for outdoor activities. Because personally, I'm a homebody. I'm fine with staying home, and the weather is not affecting me at all. I just prefer staying home and work on my laptop. But my son, he really needs more outdoor time and exercise.
Right.
But I'm not capable of doing that, so that's what made me guilty, feel guilty. I do hope there's such kind of support.
Yeah. And in terms of emotional support, have you thought like it would be nice that someone could support you emotionally too in this process? Let's say like a psychologist, like a mentor.
Actually, for me, I think I might be a weird person. I think I'm strong enough to handle the emotional thing. I don't
Okay.
have that need, actually.
Okay. Yeah. Great to know. Yeah. Thank you. Just to see how everyone thinks. Of course, everyone have a different perspective. I actually, I believe myself that is very nice. And I've been occasionally reaching out to psychologists too in various stages of my life.
Oh,
You don't believe it
sorry.
if I tell you, like, I've probably over the last probably 6 years, I have had probably 60 sessions with psychologists talking about everything, because I found it very helpful. Not that necessarily they're gonna give you the solution, but just sharing itself that you know that is within the confidential space is very helpful too.
Actually,
Yeah,
that
sometimes
reminds me.
sorry
Please
to
go
sorry to
ahead.
interrupt you, Meg. Yeah, because I would love to second Elias, because sometimes you just need someone who can just listen to you. All of your the activities, you have a lot in your mind. But I think the people who are here in Canada and serving everything alone here, they there should be a person for them actually dedicated that who can listen all of their activities, all of their worries, who can just don't judge them, just listen to them. We just go to them and just tell everything to them that we are having, because sometimes some of the things that we cannot discuss our loved ones, we cannot make them worry, but we are
Yeah.
having a lot. So there should be someone else like that. It could be anything. It could be your friend, it could be your mentor, it could be your psychologist. We all should have one person like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're right. Actually, you made a good point about like you cannot share everything with your family back home, because you're right. They get always worried and then said, "Okay, what to do now?" Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you.
That reminded me. I recommend AI. Actually, AI is also a good psychiatrist, I believe.
I never try it because I feel like I'm talking to a robot. So uh, it's kind of like I feel, and sometimes their advice is not necessarily good.
But they're always saying nice things about you.
That one true.
Yeah,
Even
so
if
you
you
really
said,
need to be careful. Yeah, with AI, you really need to be careful because sometimes the diagnoses are not what it really is when you are in real life situations. So you must always put a balance to AI.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's actually
Uh,
another perspective.
Actually, some people are good with advices, as Meng said. Some people are good, like if someone gives you advice and you feel good and it's all good. But some people don't like advices because they just want to tell you everything. As I
Yeah.
remember, there was a time and I was telling my husband something very bad over there, and he was advising me, and I just get in a fight with him that I don't need any advice. I just need you to listen to me, because I don't want any consoling. I don't want any kind of advice, because I'm not in a mood that I just want to throw everything to you. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think advice is not every time. It's not the good thing.
that's true. Actually, that's also true that I have experienced it too, especially I think I don't know if that's a good conclusion or not, but I've seen at least among people around me that men probably are looking for more like solution centric ways. as you said, like they offer the solution. Okay, you have to do this, and then you hear that I said, but I'm not looking for your advice, right? So that's true. You're right. Not everyone looking for the advice. That's really important. Yeah, thank you, Aram. Let's go to we talked with Khushpreet. Khushpreet, I asked you, sorry, I got confused now.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we talked with you. Now we go to Adisha.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Oh, yeah, good. The question is like, beside the like, I mean, in the job that you are doing, your part-time job, and also the studies and that, what do you think like would make this experience better for you?
I count myself as like a lucky person. When I came to Canada, I got a group of friends that is really helpful. We vibe together. They knows what to like. We are like a family. So when I moved to Saskatoon, it was like really difficult for me because I was all alone there. And yeah, but my classmates are also like really helpful. There are some days that I need for myself because it's so overwhelming. I cannot go anywhere. I just want to be home. If I tell that to Meng or even Amaka or Mayday, they will send their notes. They'll teach me what you taught or what is happening in the class. I get all the information. So I think yeah, as an international student, you should find a group of friends or someone to share and find that vibe.
Yeah, right. So that's true. So focusing more on the community that you have as friends, so to discuss it. Yeah, actually very nice. So how you think like that can be easier for people to make friends? I mean, beside the classmates, of course, like
Uh, for me, my friends were at my home when I
okay.
moved to Canada. I never thought this was happen like this will happen because everybody I talked to, they were saying like, "Oh, it's really lonely there. You cannot like it's you will go to the depression mode." But yeah, I found my people here. It's more or all about like talking. You just talk to people, then you will find out with who will you will be vibing with, so you can make the friend group. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you're
lucky in that area.
yeah, glad to hear that. I think probably because you're a good person, so they find that themselves lucky that you're around them. Yeah, thank you, Adisha. Let's go to Maya. How you see that? What do you think like could make this an easier experience for you?
Yeah, as Adisha said, friends are really good solution. But as you can say, the psychology, I believe in psychology, to reach out the professional person that I can talk to and get advice. But unfortunately, here is so expensive, the price.
Yeah.
So, and I'm a person that I can talk easily with, it's just hard for me to trust, to share everything to
Mhm.
everyone. So I need someone that I can trust it. And yeah, that's it. I try to be positive and uh, play music and listen to music. It's really helpful.
Right, for sure. No, actually, you made a good point. You know, like studying cybersecurity make it worse, I guess, and for a good
Yes.
thing sometimes, and sometimes for bad, because we realize that, for example, social engineering, let's say, or that, so you don't open up to everyone, even if they are your friends. Probably you try to avoid sharing sharing the detail, right? I mean, there are some people that you sit with them on a bus for a trip of 2 hours and they share their entire life with you. Uh,
Yeah, taxi
yeah,
driver. Oh my God.
yeah. So that's the difference there. That makes us actually a bit more like introvert too, I guess, and trying to be hesitant, which can be good, but also sometimes can be make it difficult in terms of social interaction.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Maite. Let's
Yeah, for
talk
sure.
to Amaka. How you see that, Amaka? What do you think can make it better?
Yeah, for me, because of course a lot of us are away from home, even though I am here with my husband and my kids, but my extended family, the support I had back at home, I don't have it right here. So what I do mainly that has helped me over the years, and what I used to encourage immigrants to do, is that don't come here and feel, oh, I can be all by myself. That doesn't work here. You will slip into depression. You will not know. You won't know it, but before you know it, gradually you have to. So it's important that you should know that there is a need for people, and then you reach out. Even if they are not reaching out to you, you have to go out of your way sometimes to find like minds to roll with, because there has to be somebody you can talk. Like there was somebody that was in my house 2 days ago, and she just told me she's on tension. She just like she calls me by my sons. They say, Mom Barry, I want to just come and play. She has 2 kids, a son and a daughter. She just brought her kids here. She don't have anything to come and do in my house. She was just here, just chatting. That she has read, she's tired, she feels saturated, she just wants to breathe fresh air, that she's going to run crazy with these children. So she brought them to me. So it's always important that there is a safe space. There is somebody you can talk to. And another place where I tell international students, like those are Christians, if you have religious organizations, and we have so many religious communities even here in Saskatoon, if you are a Muslim, there are religious community. If you are a Christian, so just try and find religious community aside from school, because of course, if that's what you believe in, that's a like mind. In your religious community, you can also find people with like minds that you can talk with. It doesn't always have to be about cybersecurity or what you do, but just somebody to say, oh, gist, watch a movie together, eat together, do a cooking competition. I do that a lot in my house. We just come, oh, come, we are cooking rice today, but okay, come, let's cook together. Just to, because I tell people that we are each other's neighbor here, and you want to just look out for your neighbor, because you never can tell. It's a very, very thin line between being sane and being, because the environment itself is depressing, especially during winter. So if you don't make conscious effort to stay, like get yourself engaged. And also I tell people that even if you don't have any friend, go to the mall. I used to work from home, right? So I can tell you for free that if you work from home, sometimes you start having that feeling, because I've always worked from all my jobs in Canada here, has always been a work from home. So everybody goes out and I'm alone in the house, Mondays through Friday. That would not work for me. So what I do, the days I'm off, my husband knows, I take my car, I drive to a mall. I said that I'm going to the mall doesn't mean I'm going to buy something. No. I'll just walk around the mall, see something beautiful, chat with customer service. Oh, hi, how are you? Take a cup of coffee. Then I come back. For me, it's refreshing. I breathe fresh air. Because really for us that are trying to break in cybersecurity, we also want to get roles that allow you work from home because of the weather. You don't want to drive in in the thick of winter. So we also love to look forward to, okay, maybe a hybrid job or work from home. So you must always do conscious effort to see how you can speak to people. Go out, take a walk, drive out, and all that. Yeah, I think all that helps too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that before in the class too, that just going and getting coffee in the mall.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, because of course, if you always stay at home, you really feel depressed and trapped, even in the cold weather. So let's get back. I'm gonna put this the last question, because I know some of you might have other type of work to do and responsibilities. But I don't want to miss this part because it's very important. First of all, I put it in the kind of two-part question. The first part is that how you and why you believe that the workplace that there are both men and women creates a smarter security posture. Like how that diverse perspective actually help the organization to better solve the outcome. So let me first ask you this question, and then I ask the second part. Yes, Amaka, you are. And you are, sorry, muted.
Sorry, I didn't know I was
Yeah.
muted. Okay, thank you. So for me, I think the workplace will be a better place if there is a diversity of gender, not just because I'm a woman, but also because we also have different strengths and weaknesses. And honestly, we do complement each other because when you have a mixed breed, you always have a balance. Some people call the men the hardware and they call the women the software. So if we cannot just run with the hardware. A computer cannot run alone without an hardware. It needs a software to run. So I think having an hybrid of both men and women in the workplace keeps a balance and keeps everybody in check. And women have a way of, calming things down when everywhere is hot and men have a way of taking charge to say, okay, don't worry, let's do it like this. So there's always a way to balance the organization when we have both sex in the organization. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, for sure. And as you mentioned about the diversity, different skills, like you're right. I mean, women, for example, I found the woman, for example, really structured. I mean, they know how to organize things really well.
Yeah.
So that's something a new organization really need that too, right?
Yeah.
And I want to confess this really among this now 3 years that I've been in SAS Poly, the women that been in the class, they are outperforming really the men. I really say that because that's something that I've seen it. Probably because they are more organized. I found that, and also they take things really serious and they really want to solve everything regardless. I've seen, for example, the report that I've seen, I found it very structured, every section covered. So that's something that, of course, every organization need for making sure that they are successful, right?
Yeah.
And different way of thinking. And now for the second part, Amaka, if any woman wants to like watching this video later and they want to consider getting into cybersecurity and they feel like they don't have the background, what is your advice for them?
Yeah, so I would say that to every woman who feels you're not technical enough, because that's always the feeling, you feel, oh, you are not ready enough. My message will be this: you do not need to be perfect before you begin. None of us are perfect in everything that we do. We just start somewhere. What matters most is your curiosity, your persistence, and your willingness to keep learning. Because like I mentioned earlier, no matter how long you are in cybersecurity, if you don't keep yourself abreast with the threat landscape, you will still be found wanting. So it means that all of us are learning. All of us are on a journey. Success is a journey, not a destination. Some of the strongest skills in cybersecurity, like communication, problem solving, paying attention to details, leadership, empathy, resilience, are skills that many women already have. You keep a home. Okay, you say you are not married. Okay, you organize your wardrobe, you you cook. All those skills are already there. So technical knowledge can be learned. It's something you can learn. And the hardest part is often believing that being you is all that is needed. Start before you feel ready. Ask questions. Take up space. The field does not need you to become something or someone else to succeed. It needs you, your perspectives, your strengths, your voice, and that can only come from you. You must always remember you are unique and you can break any barrier. Nothing is too big for us to achieve. If we can conceive it, then we can achieve it. Thank you very much.
Very strong message, and really, I have seen it in you too, Amaka. It's not just what you said. Yeah, I've seen that. That's something that you, with your heart, you believe it, and you've done it too. Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that. Maida, what would be the first part again? Like how institution that has the balanced team of men and women can have a better and a smarter outcome and performance. And second part, what is your message for any woman who wants to get into the cybersecurity and they find it, first of all, we're both technical, and also for the amount of responsibility that they have, they find it really tough?
Yeah. I believe that having a balance of men and women create a strong team because it brings more diverse perspective of each person, and people have different way of thinking, have different experience, have notice something differently from each other. And I think in workplace, for example, women are more detail oriented and focusing, and they are more accurate. And while men are more strategic, maybe. That I believe the woman can do everything. Even in one group, woman can do everything. I believe in this part, but the balancing is really helpful to have achieve a long-term goal in cybersecurity field as well. And
Yeah,
for
for
the
sure.
second part,
Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah. And for the second part is, I would say that it's not always late. You don't need to be technical. As I wasn't technical, I was in the fashion design. It was totally different, and I just start from beginning. And by focusing on what you want to learn, step by step, you can get what you want. And just to be consistent, just to be, just have a goal for yourself. It's really helpful. And try to get this goal. That's enough for you to be motivated to get and achieve your goal. Doesn't need to be so technical and professional. Just you want to do that. That's enough.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and of course, as you mentioned about the first part of the question, like the differences are really nice because, of course, we might see them as a barrier when people think differently, but overall, we see them as actually an opportunity for us to rethink, right? So when someone lives by themselves in like a very small place, they don't meet anyone, they might feel like okay, their whole world is just themselves. But when we are exposed to other ideas, to other thoughts, it's not just about the men and women, it's about like anything else, about the race, about the color, about anything, about the religion itself, and many other things. So, of course, we create an opportunity for everyone to first be more tolerant and have the empathy for each other as human. So, and that helps the organization too. Yeah, thanks
That's
so
true.
much for sharing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, now let's go back to Adisha.
So yes, to answer the diversity thing, like I said, the attackers, they won't think just in one way, right? So there is so much that you only you can think of yourself. So I feel like if you know people and if you know their culture or their perspective, their point of views, it help like questioning or like your way of thinking, even your way of problem solving. So yeah, I think that diversity makes us security stronger because it reduces the blind spots like that you have. So that will cover it. So yeah.
No, very good point actually. When you said like attackers have different way of thinking, yeah, that's true because everyone look at the evidence differently. So that's
Exactly.
very important. Yeah, and what about the second part? What would be your advice? Let's say someone is seeking your advice and they say, I'm not sure if I can do it because I don't have the background and I have to do a lot of other responsibilities. What would you say?
I'll just say don't focus on being perfect or
Mhm.
like being perfect or doing the job like really good. Focus on being curious or uh, tackle the challenges that you face. Uh, one more thing that I will add is you don't need the confidence to start the cybersecurity things, the technical stuff. You'll build your confidence by starting. So that's one thing I have to say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, very good. So we started and then we see how things go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're very good at point actually. You know, I found it very helpful too. When you face a really huge challenge or a new challenge, uh, you might feel overwhelmed. Oh my God, I don't know anything. But when you try to get in, then you start to pick it's like again the puzzle problem, right? You put the puzzles together and then you understand it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody is starting from day zero. Nobody is starting perfectly. No. Everybody is starting
Yeah.
from day zero. So build the confidence by doing it, starting the process.
That's true. And everyone has a day zero too, as you mentioned. Actually, I want to focus on that because you see, when this job advertisement and that sometimes, unfortunately, they are misleading a bit. Because let's say they say 5 years of experience or 10 years of experience, everyone feel like, but what about the person who just started, right? So it's not like everyone got born by 10 years of experience. You have to start somewhere. So yeah, that's really good advice. Thank you, Adisha. Let's get back to Mom. How would you say it?
Actually, I kind of want to make an experiment to have 3 different teams, one all women and one all men, and another mixed team, and really compare which team has the best performance. But let's assume men and women really think differently. So then it's better. It's definitely better for a mixed team to have more different perspective. Yes, but
For sure.
I'm still curious about the reality. We don't know, right? Because there's
I
no.
feel like there's been enough evidence actually and enough experiment to show that the organization outperform when they have a balance, actually, woman and men force.
Then I'm
I'm
for
pretty
it too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I've read about them before, but I'm sure if you search about it, there's been a lot of research showing and backing up this. Because it's clear, like it's like in every part of the society, of course, men and women are together, right? I mean, they build everything together. So we need that force uh, I mean, for the emotional support, for example, as well, right? So if there are just men or just women, probably that makes it a bit more difficult. Yeah, and what about the second part, Mom? What would be your advice for someone new to the field and they feel scared of the field?
Yeah, so that would be my advice for the old me, old myself, because I was so scared. But I see progress in myself. So gradually I'm learning more and more, and I feel more confident. I don't think myself as a starter anymore. I'm closing to be a professional. So if I can do it, everyone else can do it too.
Yeah, and you're doing great. Of course, like as you said, like you came from a different background, so and you learned you already found your way and you are a professional, so that's great. Thank you, Mon.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kushpreet, what would you say for the first part about the balanced environment and second part about the your advice for someone new to the field?
Yeah, I do think so. Like both man and woman, like they are strong team. Like they both think in a different way. So if they work together, they will able to generate more effective solutions. So I think so. Yeah, they can make a balanced team other than if there is a team of just man or woman, so they can think differently, and with their different approach, they can work better. And talking about like if someone is new to here to this field, so I just wanna say to them like they just have to start. Like starting is like the difficult part. Once they start learning, after that they will start seeing that the path step by step, and after the practice and consistency, they will able to see the clear path, like what they need to follow.
For sure, yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, Kushpreet. Iram, how would you respond to that?
Well, I think when we bring different people with different backgrounds, they have different experiences, different way of thinking. And it actually got better that you cover more grounds, they can ask more questions. Women, I think, bring some perspective into the teams that genuinely change outcomes, not because they are women, but because diversity of experience matters here. It produces diversity of thought. Diversity of thought is exactly what this field needs to stay ahead of an ever-changing threats landscape. And for the other side, for the next question, I would say that if you are waiting for something to be ready for you and you have excuses like, when I have this time, when I have better time, when I have, or when the kids are grown some old, these are, I find them like excuses now, because I promise that if you are waiting for something, there are piled up excuses, one after one another, and you never need to start. You can never start. You have to start, and the readiness grows from here. The only people who are not technical enough are the one who already decided that they are not technical, because it's not a thing. So I do not want you be that person. So I think if you have something, you can start. Don't ever think that I will start in that time. The time never comes. If you start,
Right.
it's the time.
No, for sure. I definitely agree. Again, I have worked with you all actually, and I've seen you for quite a long amount of time, your performance, your work with others, and that. And I say, like, really, every company would really be lucky to have you. I really mean it, because I've seen how the soft skill that you all have, how what is the empathy that you have for others, and how you try to be helpful within the environment that you work. And it's not about just yourself. I've seen that you genuinely care about everyone else, and how you have the passion to learn. So it's been for me, actually. I've been lucky, and I had the pleasure to learning from you. And actually, this meeting was great. I'm really happy that we had this conversation, because you add a lot of interesting thoughts, and I'm sure a lot of people will learn from you, from your experience, and will motivate them to this conversation to also follow your footsteps. So any final thoughts, if you have, please share before we close today's panel.
I just want to say thank you, Elias. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
thank you.
Yeah, you are very supportive always, and you are guided us through on this journey. I really appreciate your help, and I learned a lot from you. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you. Thank you.
I consider myself like really lucky. I talk to my friends. I say to them like I'm really lucky to find my professor like you. You
Oh,
guide us. You help us through anything to like achieve anything, everything. I'm really
and
lucky
yeah.
to have
And
you
thank
as.
you, actually, because you made this experience so great. Because in the morning that I go to the class, also, I feel like, yes, we're gonna have a really fun day. It's not like a boring day that we said, okay, you talk about it. It's like, okay, now in finding a new challenge. So you made this really, really fun experiment and fun experience. I really love it. Thank you for that energy that you put.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I also want to say a very big thank you to you, Elias, because honestly, you're a very big source of inspiration to me. Because like it gives me so much joy to come to class when I know that, okay, when I come, I'm learning something new. And also for your support, your push, your encouragement. You remember the innovation award thing? I didn't even want to submit anything, but you kept coming to class and reminding us about it. And that's when I sat down to think. So really, that encouragement is not very common. You take it personally, you take our success personally, and honestly, it has gone a long way for me personally. And my piece of advice to everyone also out there is just always that there is always good in the end. Just try. Like we tried. We decided to go to school, right? And we got a professor like Elias. You can also be
Oh, thank you. No, you're sharing
Yeah.
a lot too, Amaka. Really, I mean, I know that, especially about the challenge that we thought about, like the kids and also lots of other responsibilities. So it's also for me too to also, for all of us, yeah, we learn from each other and we keep impacting each other. So that's very important.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, Ram. Thank you, Khushpreet. I really
It was really
appreciate. Thank.
nice to meet Iram. I haven't met Iram yet.
No, actually,
But
yeah,
yeah,
good.
I have seen Khushpreet around, and
Let's plan a meetup.
yes, please.
Yeah, you should. And actually, Iram, for you to know, they started the cybersecurity club.
Yes.
Maide, Disha, sorry, not Khushpreet, Amaka, and Monk. And Khushpreet, for you too, you should join them actually.
Yes, please. We are
Yeah,
planning
so
some activities soon, so yeah, I hope you all can join.
so is a
Yeah,
cybersecurity
all
club
right,
under
sure.
is a cybersecurity club under SAS Police. So they plan to do events for every student in the institution, like capture the flag or workshop for the student to learn about the latest challenges and threats in this landscape. Anyway, if you don't know each other out, you have each other's email, and then you can discuss it there and take it further
Yes.
for Khushpreet. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
sure.
Yeah, really appreciate that you
so
joined
much.
today, and
Thank you,
have a
guys.
very great weekend.
Yeah,
You
you
too.
too.
Thanks.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
Bye,
you so
you.
much.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, see you. Bye.